Hello everyone, I'm Hugo.
And I am Jake.
And this is the Bible Reloaded, and the strike has been resolved, but honestly, I couldn't just let this one go and not talk about it at length and kind of explain. I didn't talk about this with Jake, but I want to talk to him about it. I guess we'll do it on the recording about how we're going to move forward in the future with this company and other companies as regards to strikes and lawsuits.
Yeah, and by the way, buckle in. I've heard a lot of this story, and it happened last night, so we're recording it literally 24 hours after this happened and before you hear about it. So, man, it's very fresh, and boy, I'm sorry Hugo had to go through this. I, on the other hand, had a fantastic night, and I will be telling you about my night while he's telling you about his. But more importantly, strike resolved. Thank you to everybody. Anyone that tweeted or emailed or even commented anything or shared, all of you really, really genuinely did help.
Yeah. The thing is, like we said in the video that we talked about the strike in, last week this happened, late last week. We emailed them. They sent us one email saying, take down the video and we'll remove the strike. I emailed back saying, no, it's under fair use, and then radio silence. The day we put the video up, by 11, Dave Christiano, one of the Christiano brothers, actually emailed me back. And before I say anything else, I want to make this clear. Dave Christiano, actually a nice guy. I was surprised. Very nice guy, very professional. Don't give Dave shit, because in that company, he was the one that was reasonable and talked to us. And once I explained fair use and we had a discussion, he relented and agreed. And
the other brother could be an asshole, by the way.
I don't know.
But I didn't talk to either of them really because they blocked me immediately. But apparently Dave, nice dude, and actually I think Hugo and Dave are going to be best friends.
We had a little discussion after the fact, and we talked a little about God's Not Dead, which isn't their movie, it's PureFlix, but he was talking about how well that movie was marketed, and we had a little discussion. Nice guy. Obviously, we disagree with each other on pretty much everything, but we were both very cordial with each other. Worked out. On the other hand, another person whom I'm not going to name, this is the same person I emailed initially, the first time, because I think their social media rep or whatever.
Yeah, it's important to know that he is also outsourced. He lives in like Asia or something. I don't know if he's Asian or not. His location is probably one of the reasons it took a while to get back to us. However, when he did get back to us, well, Hugo, oh boy.
And let me read you a little bit of what Dave actually wrote to me. Again, like I said, Dave's a nice guy. Don't give Dave any shit. This is Dave Christiano writing, one of the brothers. Sorry to upset you, but I will explain. First, bad review don't bother us at all. There are many of them out there. Your guys is just another one. This is not the issue. You are free to criticize and share your view. I have no problem with that. It's uploading our copyrighted footage that bothers us. We have paid a lot to produce our films, and we have never uploaded them to YouTube, so to us, that's copyright infringement. I would like to point out, though, that they say to us it's copyright infringement. You don't get to decide what copyright infringement is. Courts do. But again, I told him that and whatever. Secondly, on a more personal note, you guys are bringing a lot of publicity to our company. Wow, we are blocking tweets mainly because of the vulgarity. Now, some of it I can understand. They're a Christian company. They don't want people swearing. Now, in fairness, I would also say this is backlash because you did something wrong and people are trying to bring it to your attention. I'd also like to point out, though, that I was blocked and I never even tweeted you. So
also, I was blocked and all I said is, hey, we don't really have patience for this. Please undo this.
Yeah, which honestly...
and a lot of people, by the way, I was tagged in like most of those tweets.
Yeah.
Most of them were not over the line. Some of them were like, fuck you, cunts, which were like, well, that's not going to help. But a lot of them, if this ever happens, provide a link to whatever video we're complaining about and say, please remove the strike or whatever. Just be nice. Don't necessarily be, fucky about it.
Yeah. Actually, I saw one person try and dox them, and that upset me. Don't dox people. I don't care if you don't like someone, or even if they're being a jerk. Doxing isn't cool. But anyway. Then they go on to say, even better, now Christians are catching wind of this, and that helps us even more. We'll certainly use the awareness they'll bring us. It's so hard to get awareness on movies these days. We need all the help we can get. And then he goes on to say, we'd appreciate it if you don't use the copyrighted footage. You can use the trailer footage since those have been uploaded in fair game. So... by the way, if you want to use any trailer footage from any other movies, apparently that's fine, and if they give you a strike on it, I will give you this email and forward it to you, and you can send it to them and show that Dave said you can use any other trailer footage for any purpose. Have fun with that. But yeah, he basically just goes on to say it's copyrighted. I then sent him an email back explaining what fair use is. Now, he didn't seem to really know that much about fair use before this, which is why I give him a pass and say he's actually a pretty nice guy, because once I explained it, he sent me this back, and he said, okay, thanks for your letter, and thanks for being kind about it. Let me check into what you've written, and I'll get back to you very soon. I want peace as you do, and there's no need for an issue here.
That was midday yesterday, roughly.
It was noon. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. We were doing well, and at this point in my day, I had played some video games. I made lunch for the children and myself. I think it was turkey sandwich, and I was having a really good. I took a shower. I felt good about myself, and then Hugo sent me these, and I was like, "Oh, good, it's gonna be handled."
Yep. And then he said, since another person is doing this for us, can you email the reviewer link so the issue can be resolved? This is where stuff started to go downhill, because anytime I didn't talk to Dave and I talked to this other person, their social media person, that's when things kind of went bad.
For the sake of storytelling, his name will will henceforth be known as Cunt.
And I'd like to point out also that this person later, as you will see later, tried to say that we were committing libel or whatever by saying bad things about the movie, which is not the case. And I assume they're the kind of person that if they see this video will also claim we're committing libel by saying bad things about them. But we're calling you cunt and not giving any identifying information, so we can say whatever we want about you. And if you say anything about it, then you're the one who's saying you're who you are. Just like to point that out. It's anonymous. It's cool. Anyway, Dave got back to me one more time, and he said, they sent word to this person in Asia, and he even says, that guy that does our work lives in Asia. All right.
Sure. At about this time during my day, I had actually prepped dinner because that night I was going to go hang out with some friends and play Dungeons and Dragons for like my 4th time ever, and I'm actually having a pretty good time with it. I made little tiny pasta bowls and little ramekins, and I put some cheese and like a little pepperoni on top to trick the children into thinking it was pizza bowls. They're stupid.
So anyway, Cunt then sent me this email. Greetings, Hugo's real name. Please send me the actual strike email YouTube sent you so I can remove the strike. Have a great day. I thought this was weird, because never has this been a thing that needed to be done. Normally you just send them like a link to the video and they get it done. This is my first guess that this person doesn't probably know what they're doing, but I did it anyway. I forwarded that email to them so they could get whatever information they may need. And then I said, how long do you think that'll take or whatever? And I said I sent, that to this email address, which I think is what you're using now. Then they replied, this will take time as it's trying to find a needle in a haystack. YouTube does not make this easy. Be prepared to wait a few days.
I think for context, it's important to know that Cinema Snob did the very same thing we mentioned the other day. He did a review of Matter of Faith. When he was told to remove the video, he did so because he didn't want to deal with that shit. And when he did so, it was immediately revoked. The false DMCA was immediately revoked, and his channel was back to his normal status, meaning that it can happen pretty quickly.
Yeah.
It's important to know that it has nothing to do with whether or not the video is on our channel. They don't control whether or not we have that in our video lineup. It still shows up for us when we get a strike. It just doesn't show up for you. It's put to private. So the idea that Hugo would have to somehow wait for any sort of result is silly as fuck. What I think is Cunt here was a little upset that he lost this one.
Yeah, I think so, especially the emails that you're going to get in the future. Definitely pretty upset about this whole ordeal. I wrote back, a few days. In the past, companies have done it almost instantly. And then he replies, yep, they were very lucky. Sometimes, no guarantees, it takes days. It took one guy up to 3 weeks. I guess YouTube is human-powered in that area. I have no clue. Just be grateful it will be done.
This guy thinks that he's special. That's silly. You're not special. You are an outsourced member of the Christiano film group. Like, they make half to $1 million a year.
Yeah.
That's not much.
No. I then emailed back. This is the point. I've been professional up to this point because I just want to get it done. I recognize that they're just doing their thing, whatever. But then I said, so I emailed them back. You need to get in contact with someone at YouTube ASAP and get this removed. Strikes cripple our abilities to do our jobs. This is how we pay our bills, and telling me to be grateful for that is incredibly condescending considering you guys are the ones who broke the law by sending DMCA notices to people who are within the bounds of the law. Days is pretty ridiculous. Weeks is absolutely unacceptable. You guys made the mistake here, not us, but we're the ones being punished for it. You should be grateful this isn't going to court, especially after you guys ignored us for days. I've tried to be professional in this situation, but you're issuing legal notices without understanding the law and hurting people because you don't like what they have to say. You need to send as many emails and messages to YouTube as you can to get this done, and in the future, if this happens again with another review that falls under fair use, we won't give you the courtesy of emails trying to resolve this between people. You'll just get served. I'm sure you're a decent guy. I didn't know him that well at this point. Nothing against you personally, but put yourself in my shoes here. Can you understand why this would be frustrating? Yeah, get that done. At this point, I had lost my patience, and I was mad.
You did serve him, though, like in You Got Served.
I guess so.
You served him. Is that a dance movie, or like...
I'm pretty sure it's a dance movie.
You do dance?
Yeah, I danced in front of my computer. He couldn't see it, but
cool.
You get it.
So at about this time, in my day... I was getting a ride over to the D&D place, but first off, we stopped at a place called Hastings. If you don't know what a Hastings is, it's pretty much nerd paradise. But it turns out they don't have a lot of tabletop stuff. We went to buy dice, only one set of dice. We each wanted one, so instead I had to borrow from my friend Mikey. It was just, I mean, talk about bad luck. Am I right? I really had it rough the other day.
I got an email back. For your information, you were in error here. Your strike was served because this is not under terms of fair use. It is slander. For one thing, fair use and slander aren't, like, mutually exclusive. Like, something could technically be under fair use, and you could be saying something slanderous, or something could not be under fair use, but still be, like, not slander. You know what I mean? Like, They don't have anything to do with each other. But anyway. And a very serious matter of cyberbullying, and on all counts, the multiple threats to Dave can land you in trouble. Again, I'd like to point out, Dave's a nice guy. Don't threaten Dave. Don't threaten anyone. That's not cool.
I think he meant threat as far as legal action, which is not a threat. Like that, like not legally a threat.
No,
it's
just
what it is.
I was making them aware.
We'll have to be litigious if you continue to break the law and affect our business, because this is a business. It's federally recognized. Like, we can't just not defend ourselves and our livelihoods when you fuck up, you fucking cunt.
Technically, Dave Christiano has nothing to do with this project, but he has had to put up with all 70 threats on his Twitter. That's not a good thing.
70? That's it?
Yeah, he says 70, yeah.
I was way more tagged than that.
That's not a good thing. I am releasing the strike for his peace of mind, but if this continues, I'll be forced to take action. Okay, sure, whatever you say.
All right.
This was roughly 7 p.m., by the way, at this point. Mm-hmm. I wrote, in what way have we threatened anyone? The most we did was tell you guys you've done something illegal and you were liable if you went to court, both of which are factual. And cyberbullying, I'm now responsible for what strangers on Twitter say. I think you're upset someone finally called you out in your DMCA abuse, and people are telling you that's not cool. Anyways, I'm not here to argue. Like I said, please remove the strike ASAP. Take fair use into account in the future, or you'll most certainly end up in court. People have the right to disagree with you. End of story. Quickly responded back to me. Again, this does not fall under fair use. Stop throwing that term around casually. I find it hard to believe that an outsourced social media rep living in Asia is that privy to United States copyright law, especially seeing as though this is our job, and I've looked into it quite a bit because we've dealt with these strikes in the past.
Yeah, we don't take these lying down anymore, even if you are an Asian pirate. He says we're using the word fair use casually here. We are not. You can't use a word casually if it's the only word that describes the thing that you're doing.
Also, is it casual if it's in regard to a potential lawsuit?
I don't think so. I think that was rather official. Hugo even wore slacks just to send that email.
I wrote back, there's an entire genre on YouTube that operates this way. Yes, it does. Again, I'm not arguing with you. As far as I'm concerned, this matter is resolved, and I expect the strike will be removed as soon as you can. I'll probably check in a few days if it isn't done.
Yeah, Hugo was getting a little aggressive. Speaking of aggressive, my friend Jim decided to roll a new character right about this time, and so he had been, for my D&D fans, a Dragonborn sorcerer, but now he just turned into some sort of I forget what it's called. It's a really tall thing, barbarian, so he could hack things to pieces, and he decided to be evil instead of good. Oh man! By the way, my character's name, Hansel Solem.
It's pretty lame, but all right.
It's Han Solo.
Yeah, I get it.
He was even a pirate. It's great.
He then responded. This was I think this says 11:30 p.m. For your information, your video has caused people to lash out at Dave's Twitter with over 70 insults/threats. This does not look good for you as an instigator. Ooh, we're instigators now. That makes sense.
I don't think we told anyone to go to the Twitter, did we?
Nope. This is now a pretty serious matter. I am releasing this strike on his behalf. Well, yeah, he's your employer. You're outsourced. For his peace of mind, he is technically not even involved in this project, even though you think you have the right to do this, but it is affecting all the people involved. Yeah, it should. They fucked up. I have to protect them.
They're part of the Christiano film group, though. He was a producer on it, wasn't he?
Oh, I mean, he had something to do with it. I mean, even if, like, he doesn't, he owns the company. He's still part of this. Like, I don't care if he was on set during the filming. I have to protect them too. I am asking you to consider removing the slander videos. Now they're not just the videos, they're the slander videos.
Did we make slander videos? I don't think he knows what slander means at this point, or libel.
I don't think so. No.
Or any words, really.
I don't want to take legal action, but rather ask you to help us. This is my appeal. I like that now he's bringing up legal action in the hopes of, I don't know, making us back down. The thing is, though, the difference between legal threats that you're making and that I'm making is I can back mine up. You can't. So.
Right. Yeah, we would have sued you into submission. Oh, God. I wish I could. Seriously, him personally. That's all I want now. I just want his job. I don't want him to have a job from them.
No. I responded, firstly, now that I think about it, you have to be lying about the strike taking days to remove. You resolved the cinema snobs right after he deleted the video at your behest. So what's up with that? Are you lying for some reason? Secondly, I'll consider removing today's video about the DMCA takedown once the strike is resolved, but I won't delete the review. I'm not going to delete the other video now. He was a huge asshole.
Oh, Hugo, you lying sack of shit.
I said really. Consider. I
know
said
you
consider.
did, and we probably did consider it at one point.
I was like, I wouldn't have cared. I still would have made this video, but...
Right, of course, yeah. There's just some things... When Hugo gets really worked up, sometimes it's really hard to talk him off the ledge. Especially when he's right. So I don't know why outsourced Asian guy was all upset. Like, it's not even like he has anything invested in this other than a little bit of pride.
He works for another company too. This isn't his only job, so
right. I don't even get it.
Yeah,
like,
I
he took a really
Facebook.
Weird stance. Maybe he's just really, really anti-atheist.
He's definitely, based on what I saw of him online, he's definitely religious. He has his own websites and stuff. He probably has some sort of personal relationship with Dave. He seems to really care about Dave, so he probably has talked to him or whatever.
Maybe they're lovers.
But anyway, I said, this review doesn't mention Dave at all, except for that the Christiano Brothers made it, which is true. I didn't even... If you showed me a picture of the Christiano Brothers before this, I wouldn't be able to tell you who they are.
I still couldn't.
We didn't, most in the review, I think we mentioned once this was made by the Christiano Brothers. That's it.
I don't even remember saying that.
It was, and the rest was just about the shitty movie.
Well, it was pretty shitty.
Yeah.
I remember talking more about the senator from X-Men than the Christiano Brothers.
Oh, at this point, also, there's another guy who was involved in this.
Shout out.
Yeah, Eddie Goomba Reviews. Check out his channel right here at this link. He also had done a review of A Matter of Faith. And the email threatening about saying that we were committing like libel and shit, their social media rep accidentally sent to him, and then Eddie Goomba sent that to me, which he found my email apparently because I was CC'd in some of theirs, which that's incredibly unprofessional to do that, because now, don't get me wrong, I talked to Eddie a little bit. He seems like a nice guy. That's fine. But if it was someone else, like, then that person has my email address. You know what I mean?
Right. And that's annoying. Like, it's not like a huge deal, but Like, it's your personal email address.
Like, that's just not cool.
It's
This
not
guy
the business email, which we have, which is at scienceplus@gmail, but, like, that's frustrating. I wouldn't want that on my personal email. We're way too big for that at this point.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Rogue, which is me, the Barbarian, which was my friend Jim, and then the DM, because we only have the two of us right now because one of the people was sick, he created a character which was a mouse knight, a little mouse person, and we started on our quest, and we came across these plains, and there was a herd of stegosaurs. It was very interesting. And then, danger afoot.
So then, he emails me again. I'm pretty much tired of this. I have better things to do. Honestly, your emails make me want to leave the strikes up. Too many people are affected by all this. Like, as if it's an option to leave them up. As if he's in charge of this situation. As if that's the end of it if he decides to. No, dude.
I kind of wish he would have tried to take that stance.
Yeah.
Man, we would have made so much cash.
Then I said, if you think leaving the strikes up will make this go away, it's pretty much the opposite. Remove the strike, reinstate the video. We can both go on with our lives and put this behind us. In fact, I'll even give my word that in future reviews, your stuff will only use stills and zero video. At this point, I already decided this because I don't want to deal with this motherfucker ever again, so I'm not giving them
He's infuriating.
Yeah. And then I said, let's just get this over with, because honestly, we both need to get some sleep and chill out. Like, come on. Just want to get this over with.
That's funny.
And then he replies, I have no say in how long YouTube takes in releasing the videos. As I said before, it took 3 weeks from the time I sent an email to one of the guys, had it reinstated quickly. I am not YouTube. I don't have a say in the amount of time. I was telling you this, as is what happened. At this point, he's completely dropped the idea that he won't remove the strike. He ignores he even said it, as if like entire chunks of the conversation are gone.
Oh, fuck.
Then I say, okay, did you already send this email? Any chance I could get a screenshot of you sending the email to YouTube or something? No offense, but some of the things I've heard from you guys haven't added up. Again, though, I just want to get this over with, so could you show me the email? It'll just make this easier. We can both move on. He sends me a 5-word email back. Do not try my patience.
Do not try my patience?
Like, I think at this point he was backed into a wall and he realized I wasn't buying his bullshit. I assume smaller channels, because apparently I talked to the Cinema Snob too, who had been talking to them part of this time too.
Sure.
And I guess he was complaining about, oh, we have like 40 videos a day that we give strikes to and take down, and it's so annoying. Like, okay, maybe
so stop giving the fucking strikes, you idiot.
I think people don't usually stand up and say, wait, no, fuck off. So I think he's just mad he's not getting away with it this time.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. He must really take it personally that we didn't like the fucking movie.
Yeah,
Did he have something to do with it?
I don't know. But then, all I did, I was like, I'm not even going to argue with this guy. I went and I found a YouTube video that's meant for copyright holders to explain how to remove a copyright strike. It's a 1.5 minute video. And it's like, you just go to the page, and on your YouTube page, you click, like, copyright notices, and then you find the ones that you have flagged yourself, and then you hit one button, and it's undone. I sent this to him, and I was like, look, the fact that this is, for one thing, the fact that this wasn't in the email, but seriously, there's two options. Either you're lying to me and you already knew this was the case, or two, you're so incompetent at your job, you didn't know how to remove copyright strikes yourself, even though you're apparently giving 40 of them a day. So which is it? Are you a liar? Are you a fucking moron?
Did you say fucking?
I didn't email any of this to him because I was done arguing with him. I just sent him the video and said, here, do this. And what do you know? 2 minutes later, the video was back up and the strike was removed. And all I got was an email back saying, like, to me and the other guy, Eddie Goomba, reviews. It just said, Mr. Blank and Mr. Blank are actual names. Your videos have been put up, whatever. And then
That's good, because it turns out that we helped a little bit on how to get at least Eddie Goomba. I think a couple other people have actually had theirs released as well, as far as the false DMCA is considered.
Yeah,
which is good. So I'm glad that we could accidentally help other people. I
sent kind of a snarky one more snarky email back to this guy, and I said, well, thanks for removing the strike. Have a good day. Glad I taught you, how to remove strikes or whatever, like how to do your job. And by the way, if anyone ever gets a strike from the Cristiano Films Group in the future, and you are confident it falls under fair use, please fight it. Tell them it's fair use. And once they like try and remove it, if they try and tell you it'll take days or whatever,
it won't.
Then we know it's a tactic. I already assume it's a tactic and they're lying. Then I want you to show them this video or another video, whatever, and show them, no, you know how to do this. Remove the strike. Remove it.
Right, and you'll recognize them immediately. Just pirate.
Yeah, the guy. You guys don't understand what that means.
He's a pirate enthusiast.
Yeah, very
Seriously,
much so.
like I'm not making that up. Anyways, I think everyone's actually more excited about what happened at the end of my night. So after my phone went off saying, hey, the video's reinstated, right at that moment, I made a perception check, which means the DM told me, hey, there's something weird here, and you sense it, roll for perception, and then I hit a 20, and I saw there's chameleon people around, and they're going to attack us, so we murdered all of them.
Well,
and then the guy that re-rolled a barbarian, he decided that he wasn't just going to hack one to pieces, he actually and successfully rolled to pick it up, drag it over to the river, and manually hold it underwater until it drowned. Because he's fucked up. And so that's what happened with my night.
Yeah.
We murdered some chameleon people. Also, I had pizza. It was delicious.
Yeah. And then after that, it was probably midnight, and then I started working on the Quran Reloaded video for the next day. So that was my day.
Hugo had a long day.
I did.
Me, on the other hand, mine was fine.
Today, after we record this, it's like my day off, basically, and it's going to be glorious.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. I need it after this. This was stressful. Anyway, so basically how we're moving forward as far as, because, obviously we're talking about the lawsuit and stuff. Right now, because it resolved in our favor, we're not gonna, but I'll explain why. I think Jake and I need a new rule, and here's the rule as far as I'm concerned, and if Jake wants to amend, great. 2-strike rule. If we do something like this, for instance, this is the first time we ever had a strike from the Cristiano Films.
Yeah.
Ever. Especially because I did talk to Dave and he seemed like a nice guy and was receptive once I explained fair use. Fine.
Sure.
But now I have emails proving I explained to them fair use, them responding, talking about it, dealing with them, dealing with the strike, or showing them that they can remove strikes a certain way. So I have all that, and I've saved all that. If they ever give us a strike again and we deal with this again...
Immediately served.
Yeah, I'm not even going to email them at that point. It's just not worth my time. And then we have all this evidence, basically. And now we have other people involved who have also dealt with this. And if you've ever been served with a strike by the Cristiano brothers, please save any correspondence you have with them.
Right.
Because if this goes down in the future, we could probably get a group thing going on.
The Christian companies, like, for instance, Living Waters, Ray Comfort, he has no more strikes. That's it. He did one, and I agree with Hugo. I'm done. I'm so done being bullied by these people that think they can do so. This is notice. We're sending notice. If you DMCA us falsely, you will lose your business, most likely, or at least as much as we possibly can get from you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's done. I'm not putting up with this anymore. Like someone like Sony or Viacom, I probably couldn't fight them. But I would fucking try. Because at this point, it's just it's so ridiculous. Yeah. It's abuse in the strongest sense of the word. It's censorship, also in the strongest sense of the word. Because honestly, they're not taking down positive reviews of the film.
No, I said this to them. I said there are positive reviews of your movies out there that have footage, and they tried to say, "Oh no, we take down anything with no bullshit, bullshit."
Fuck you. And Dave, while he seemed reasonable, obviously wasn't entirely truthful. But he gets the benefit of the doubt right now because this is the first time he's dealt with us. He probably thought that he could roll over us like everybody else, or he probably thought it would be a non-issue. I don't know if he actively is the one that searched him out. It sounds like Cunt over in Asia is the guy that does that. But it's done. Like there's no more. If this happens again, we'll let you guys know. We're not even going to let them know. And the first thing they are going to see from us are papers from a lawyer. And that's really all there is to it. It's stupid. We're done. And if we have to be the only people that stand up to these fucks, then that's what we're gonna do. Because we were willing to go to fucking court for this.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
Isn't that stupid? All it is dick jokes. Honestly, but we have to take it so seriously. at this point.
I'm almost bummed out they relented this time, but
I know. I was a little bummed out, but not really, because I don't want to fucking deal with that. I got shit going on in life.
I know.
Like, we're both busy guys. Like, we have real things that we do. I'm trying to grow a fucking garden right now. I wanted to be out in the yard the other day, and I couldn't because we were dealing with all sorts of stupid shit. But yeah, it's just.
I did sort of make a new friend, though. I finally got to talk to the Cinema Snob, who's one of the reasons I wanted to do movie reviews in the first place. So
there you go.
That's kind of neat.
Cool.
He's a nice guy. He's he also said that the guy we talked to the same person. He also said he thought he was weird.
Yeah. Maybe we can work with him sometime. That'd be fun.
I don't know.
But so anyways, that's the end of it. This is probably the last you'll hear of this particular case. Because I can't imagine that they would bring this back up. New Ask Hugo on Friday, and regular programming from then on out until someone else tries to fuck with us, and then we sue their brains out.
Yeah, tomorrow there should be. We uploaded one chick tract on the Quran Reloaded while the strike was active. That'll be up tomorrow in full on the Bible Reloaded. If you already saw it, watch it again anyway because it gives us money.
Also, I think I really liked it.
Yeah, it's alright.
I was paranoid about animals the whole time. It was funny. Stupid shit. It's so fucking stupid. But anyways, thank you guys so much for all the support. You were fantastic. Thank you, Hugo, for dealing with this.
Yeah.
I'm glad you did, because I was going to email, and then you decided to with your own personal email, not mine, not the company one. So I was like,
I'm wondering how you would have dealt with it. I wonder what you would have said. I don't know if you'd be angrier or less angry.
I have a different sort of bell curve. Mine would have been probably a little more aggressive.
Okay.
But I don't think I would have backed down after talking to him. Because I remember the first time you did, I was like, oh, just take it down. Then no big deal. We'll put it back up with clips. Without clips. Like, it's not a big deal. And you were like, no, fuck that.
Yeah.
Because you were already fed up with whoever you had talked to. So I was like, all right, fuck it. We're in it.
Well, they were a dick. Same dick guy. Honestly, Dave, if you ever watch this video, which you probably won't, but honestly, if anyone from Christiano Films Group, other than the guy I talked to, watches this, you might want to consider getting a different public or social media, whatever guy, because he's really bad, and either he's lying to the people he's talking to, or he genuinely doesn't know how to do his job very well, because he's sending emails to the wrong people. He doesn't know how to remove strikes in a timely manner. Like, I had to teach him how to do that. Or he was lying to me about not knowing how to do it. I'd consider finding someone else, if I'm being honest. But that's just my opinion. You don't have to listen to me, and you probably won't. But just so you know,
even the guy from Living Waters was way better than this guy.
Oh yeah.
And Ray Comfort is notorious for being dishonest. Like, so this is like a whole new level for us.
Yeah. I'd even say, if it helps you, I don't think that guy's being very Christian, which to you I would think would be a big deal as someone who's representing your company. But whatever.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Just like in the future. Oh, and by the way, we are reviewing every single film they've ever done.
Yeah, we're not gonna use clips because again, I don't want to talk to that guy again.
We'll use stills.
We'll use stills, and we're not gonna be. If you thought A Matter of Faith, I was trying to be nice with A Matter of Faith.
Oh no!
No more.
Ripped to pieces. It's over. Like no more. So expect maybe we'll do a Christiano Brothers film group month next month.
Maybe we'll see.
Maybe like we're really gonna hammer this home. Like, let's be real. We're gonna. They got the Hey Scotty Jesus Man. They got this new soccer film that looks like shit. So I'm looking forward to it. Although man, those burn me out. Those are some shitty, poorly written films sometimes.
Yeah, after talking to Dave, I almost feel bad about it. Because Dave is again, I say it so many times, Dave seems like a really nice guy who's just doing what he believes. Great, nice guy. Get better people to work for you. Because honestly, if this hadn't happened and you had a reasonable person working for you, I'd be like, whatever. But no, you have some bad people representing your company, making you look real bad, Dave, so... Wouldn't
it be great if we liked one of his movies, though?
That'd be great. Maybe one of them will like... Maybe they did a Twilight Zone parody called The Daylight Zone. I'm looking
forward to that one.
Cinema Snob had watched it in preparation to do a review of it before this had happened. Now he's not gonna. So now it's ours. Ha
ha! Take that.
By the way, check out the Cinema Snob. He does all kinds of reviews, but one of the things he does is bad Christian movie reviews. So check out it for that, and then also watch his other stuff because it's all good.
Tell him we sent you. Because he's a fan, apparently. I didn't know he watched us.
Yeah, I guess he watches some of our reviews, which is neat. He likes the his favorite one is the Colby the computer one, which is a good choice. Anyway, so thanks everyone. The review is back up like we said. Click here or in the description box if you want to check it out and you didn't get a chance to this time. If you want to really be like, ha ha ha, share it. Whatever.
Yeah, sharing it would be actually pretty wonderful. So you can follow Hugo at Hugo Reloaded.
You can follow Jake at Bible Reloaded. He got the official one. Doesn't that make you sad? Why did he get that? Why did I get that?
I know exactly why, because when we started this, you were like, nah, Twitter's dumb.
Twitter is dumb. I use it now, but it's still dumb.
It is dumb, but don't worry about it. You can also subscribe to the channel and get all of our Christiano Brothers reviews, as well as other reviews and stuff.
And like PureFlix movie reviews, who are the larger company who make arguably worse films in a lot of ways, like God's Not Dead. But even they haven't taken our videos down. Some of them they do. It's actually funny. I don't know if you guys know this. The PureFlix reviews, some of them, we do a revenue share on them. Yeah. So basically, like PureFlix, who made God's Not Dead, makes some ad money on us making fun of God's Not Dead.
Yeah, so it's good for them.
Yeah. Also, if you want to donate to us, maybe prep us for lawsuits in the future. You can donate to our Patreon campaign. We do a once-a-month patron-only hangout that's a lot of fun. We hang out. We talk about whatever might be going on in the world or in our lives. We get questions from you guys or comments, and we talk about whatever you guys want to talk about.
Seriously, it is genuinely a lot of fun. I enjoy it.
So, until next time, I am a very relieved Hugo.
And I am a very relaxed Jake, because I didn't go through any of that.
That must have been nice. You get the next one.
Yeah, no shit. I killed chameleons all night.
Until next time, Hugo. Oh, wait, we already did this. Fuck, see how dejected I am after all this? Get the fuck out of here.